I mean, they did a really good job. Like, Robert Williams is sitting in the paint. You know what I mean? Like, we made him pay early, and then we kind of went away from what was working, and kind of everything slowed down.
I know, obviously, it's so fresh, but how would you just kind of summarize the season as a whole?
Our season is over, so sums it up right there.
Doc Rivers said even though you had a great regular season, the way it ends diminishes in some way the season. I mean, do you agree with that, the way it ends like this?
Yeah.
Do you think what will be the things you weigh when you decide what you're going to do this summer, both with your option and then what your future is if you opt out?
I haven't even thought about it, you know.
Do you think that this team progressed through the year, and are you interested in seeing like what the ceiling is with this group of people and this coach?
Definitely. I feel like we had a pretty solid team. You know, obviously you always look to get better, you know what I mean, whether it's the personnel you have now or adding pieces. So we'll see how that goes.
How disappointed are you personally with with how things went in games 6 and 7? 6 where you had a chance, and 7 where you kind of didn't?
I'm very, very disappointed, very frustrating. It's a lot I want to say, but yeah, it's frustrating.
You said after the Brooklyn series you were going to see how sacrificing went this year from role, minutes, money, etc. How do you feel like this has gone at least in the right direction in terms of what you are
lost. We're in the second round, so I mean, it's no different. Like, you know what I mean?
Do you see a ceiling for this group beyond that?
Yeah, I mean, we're a really good team. You know, we're a couple shots away from being in the Eastern Conference Finals, and yeah.
You and Joe took another step forward this year in terms of your partnership. Just how much further do you feel like you two can take that just going forward?
I mean, we're only 1 year in. You know, we played against a team who's been together for quite a few years now. You know, I mean, they were in the finals last year, so they kind of know what it takes to get back there. And this is only year one for us. You know, full year. It was great. It was great.
You had some big games in the series. Joel some big games in the series. Tonight, Tatum had it going. What did you guys try to do to stop him, and why do you think you couldn't stop him?
I mean, clearly we didn't do nothing to stop him. He made shots tonight. He was just being aggressive the entire night. We tried, you know, we double-teamed. He got off the ball. His teammates made shots. And then, you know, I mean, at that point, he got it going, and their entire team got it going. They're shot makers.
You've been that guy. Is there anything that anybody can do when a guy of his?
Nah, you got it going. Like you can shoot any shot you want. Then you know the defense is at your hands. You know what I mean? So when they're double teaming, somebody else is open, and they always got 5 guys on the floor that can attack, that can shoot, that can make a play for each other. So you got to give them credit.
James, you said you didn't think, you haven't thought about your next move yet, but what do you want your next opportunity to be like?
I just want to have a chance to, you know, obviously compete and, yeah, compete.
When you got here, you said that one of the reasons you wanted to come, if I'm not mistaken, was Doc. How has your relationship been with Doc, and would you like to see him back?
I mean, okay, our relationship is okay.
Our relationship is okay when he's asked about Doc and if he would be back. I mean, obviously, these guys, it's very fresh. But James Harden's been there before, a lot. Here is his series against the Celtics. We mentioned this on the pregame show. As the beard goes, so do the Sixers. He's great in the wins, and he is pretty bad in the losses. 60% shooting in the wins, 21, almost 22%. That and 3-point field goals, it's mind-blowingly.
You know, coming off last game, you know, obviously finished strong, but not starting off, you know, the way I wanted. And especially with our season being on the line last game, I was just excited to, we had another opportunity today as a team and, you know, for myself just to kind of bounce back. And, you know, I was relieved. I was happy about that, just to get another, you know, chance because, you know, our season could have been over, you know, Game 6. And, you know, just being in another Game 7, being able to come back home in front of our fans, I was really excited just for the moment to come out here and play today.
I asked you something after Game 6. I don't know if try to ask it again. Did that, hitting those 4 shots after the game that you had, did that kind of give you a sense of relief, a sense of confidence that, like, okay, I've gone through the worst of it. Now I know if I just relax, I can get to the best of it. And did that carry over?
I think so. It definitely was in my mind that, I had played as bad as it could get for 42 minutes or 43 minutes, whatever. And, I say we have a saying, it's only up from here, right? And, to be honest, they had us on the ropes in Game 6, right? The end of that third, going into the fourth, the game was back and forth. The crowd was into it. They had us, and that was a great feeling to win that one and to come back home, and have another opportunity.
Jason, over here. Joe said before the game, he told you that when you come out, don't even focus on the scoring aspects. You don't want to be pigeonholed as a scorer. You're more than that. So you don't really like pout when you get calls anymore. You get back and play defense. Your game has become so much more well-rounded. So how does you kind of continuing to find an impact throughout the game allow you to get through those slumps to eventually take over like you did tonight?
Yeah, just as I've gotten older and went through my career, just trying to grow, all right? I've always been able to score the ball. I've always kind of been looked at as a scorer. But to be the best player, to be one of the best players, what can I do each and every night on both ends of the floor besides scoring to impact the game and dominate in those ways, right? Dominating is not only about scoring. I try to rebound the best I can, compete on defense, get blocks, get assists. Those things, excite my teammates a little bit more than, hitting shots. They're used to seeing that. But, me diving on the floor, me coming over the weak side to get a block, that, sometimes gives us more energy than, hitting a step-back three. So just finding ways to dominate the game other than just scoring.
Going back to last offseason, you and Joel were talking a lot about your path to the finals, trying to make it to the top of the league. He ends up winning MVP, even though you were kind of the front runner early in the season. So to win the game tonight the way you did, kind of breaking the game open, hitting those shots over him, just as a friendly competitor, what did that mean to you?
It was a lot of fun. I've played against him in the playoffs 3 times now, and I think we play him 4 times a year in the regular season. So I've had a lot of battles. And that's somebody I'm, really close with and extremely happy for, right? Seeing him in action, and a lot of you guys know we train in the off season together. I see him all the time in LA, and I've seen, him develop. I've seen the things that he's worked on, and I've seen the hard work that went into winning an MVP. And I even talked to him, on FaceTime that night. Just telling him congrats, and I was truly happy for him. And that's just kind of relationship that we have.
Looking ahead to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's going to be a rematch against Miami. What are your initial thoughts of going up against them again?
Team that we're extremely familiar with, 3rd time in 4 years, I think, playing them in the playoffs. And, the very well-coached team. They compete with the best of them. They play hard. They defend. They make plays. And they figure out a way to win games. And, it's going to be fun. It's going to be highly competitive. And, I'm looking forward to it, right? It's the best time of the year. And we get to, play them again. So, it's going to be fun. And as a competitor, you just, love the opportunity.
Jason, over the last 48 hours, I'm sure you've gotten a litany of texts and calls about this is what legacies are built on. You got to go, you got to drop 40. You got to carry your team. What did you listen to and what did you ignore over the last 48 hours? And what's it been like trying to prepare for a moment like this?